Welcome to another edition of Trails 411. In this edition, we're testing the relatively new Hankook DynaPro XT hybrid tire. Stay tuned and find out what we think about it on our first day of testing. Our first test at the Trails 411 proving grounds included deep ruts both going up and down. You can see from the video here that the test went very well. No lockers were used, traction was excellent, and of course our Trails 411 test Jeep has excellent articulation, so that made the job a lot easier. Our second test was up and down a steep rocky hill at our proving grounds. This is deceptively easy on the video, but it's much harder than it looks. The first try you see here was without lockers, a little bit of slip, but the Jeep was still able to make it up on the DynaPros. Coming down the same slope, under braking was actually very easy. We had no issues. The tires worked extremely well under braking, and there was virtually no sliding or slipping. The second time up this steep little rocky section, we used no lockers and experienced very little tire slip. This is much more difficult than it looks, but the Hankook DynaPros handled it perfectly. The next test was heading up and down a very steep and rutted track. This is also at our proving grounds located in the Rose Valley. Again, under braking, a little bit of slip, but very little. Control was excellent and the tires performed superbly. Coming up this steep-rutted slope is quite a challenge, but the Hankook DynaPros handled the track with no problem. Very little tire slip, no lockers were used, and the vehicle felt very stable even though the ruts tend to move you around quite a bit on this section. Back on our rocky hill climb, which we tried again, this time we took a little bit different line, went a little more slowly just to see how well the tires handled the speed. And as you can see from the video here, we have really good tire flex going up that little rock, no tire slippage, and very good traction. Tires are very impressive. 12.5 psi, the Hankook DynaPro XT tire showed extremely good contact patch flex around a sharp rock. The tire was at 12.5 psi for this test. Our final test for day one of testing was on the Heartbreak Ridge trail, a very rocky section where we tested the tires up and down. The DynaPro XT tires from Hankook handled this section of trail with zero problems, good traction, excellent tire flex, and it actually made the driving very easy on a pretty difficult section. Again, with a good line, no lockers are necessary to traverse this difficult climb up some pretty steep rocks. On the downhill section of this rough rocky area, the DynaPro XTs had very good grip under braking, no sliding down the rock face as you see here, and as we progressed down the trail, traction was very good and steering control was excellent. Here you can see how good the tire flexes and conforms around the rock at 12.5 psi. That enhances traction and makes drivability very high. Overall, this is a very impressive tire, but we have more tests to come over the next few weeks, so stay tuned. So far, we feel like this tire is performing extremely well. Stay tuned for more testing in future episodes. Thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned for another Hankook DynaPro XT tire test coming soon.